What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent week. Following last night's debut of Hard Knocks, the New York Jets are getting a wide range of reactions and criticisms. I'm not really surprised because the Jets are a team that when you add Aaron Rodgers and you have players with swagger like Breece Hall and Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, you're going to get all this stuff. Also, the Jets are a team that people like notoriously like to just make fun of and, same old Jets, lovable losers and whatever else. So a lot of it didn't surprise me. But locally on sports radio, it got a little bit weird because it's just some of the criticisms. You're like, are you like already early August we're doing this? Now, I understand baseball is dead in New York, so you don't have a lot to talk about. The Giants are kind of boring. I mean, you can only analyze Daniel Jones so much. So you got to do things for reactions. So today was, I guess, pick on Saleh day where they're questioning he's not an alpha male that can lead the team. Aaron Rodgers has too much power, so on and so forth. And to me, it's just ridiculous for a variety of reasons. Now, I'll preface this by saying that I question a lot of things Saleh's done over the last couple of years, especially last year where your team, didn't show up against Jacksonville at home in the bad weather, didn't show up in Seattle. You ended the season on a whimper, but also you had a revolving door quarterback. I mean, you also question why he didn't bench Zach Wilson in New England, all these different things, but the team is making progress. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind with Robert Saleh is look where he came, look what he inherited. And this isn't an excuse, just facts, okay? When he replaced Adam Gase, this team was a mess on and off the field. No face to the franchise, no identity, no culture, no support, and nobody believing in anything they were doing. Where they were a tough sell for fans, players, the media, everybody. Slowly but surely, he had to weed out the locker room, weed out bad contracts, get rid of the bad attitudes, and start infusing a ton of new talent that'll fit his system and the guys that he wants. Like the guys that love the game of football, the guys that fit his culture. And after 2 years, you see that. Now, going into this year, he's got a lot of pressure on him because now the expectations are higher. So we expect more. You can't have all these blunders you had the last couple of years. But the Saleh is a very intelligent coach. And when the Jets were hiring a coach, almost every fan said it to us on our show is, you want a CEO type of coach, a coach that manages everything. We don't want a guy who just sits on defense and watches the defense. We want him literally involved in everything. And that's exactly what Saleh is doing right now. Like, I thought his speech last night was tremendous to start off the show, where it's like, now what? You got to push for more. You got to want more. He knows that the target is on them, and he's trying to motivate his team and rally his team where it's us against the world. Everybody wants us to lose, and we've got to work harder now than ever. Now, the other thing is, when Aaron Rodgers first came to the Jets, he spoke glowingly about Saleh. Saleh has a lot of respect from his players, from opposing teams. Like, he's a very, he's a guy that's passionate, he's intelligent, he takes care of his players, he wants best for everybody, and he tries to do the right thing. Now, nobody's perfect, but I think the way he's handling this, now, if you bring in an Aaron Rodgers, who is an all-time great, that the locker room is just starstruck by, that has so much knowledge to share, why would you say, you know what, Aaron, you don't say anything, I'm the coach, I'll tell them that. No, you let your all-time great quarterback lead the locker room, galvanize them, help them, motivate them, inspire them. Build that team chemistry, build all this, and if things start going awry a little bit, you step in. It's the same thing with Hackett and Rodgers. They're best friends, but when push comes to shove, if something goes wrong, Hackett has no problem yelling at Rodgers, dude, that's wrong. And Saleh will do the same thing. So to form these opinions based on our show Hard Knocks saying Saleh is giving Aaron Rodgers too much power, I think is ludicrous. I think right now you let Rodgers be involved as much as he wants to because he's helping everybody. This is like an influx of energy, an influx of just knowledge. It's helping change the culture here. The Jets still need to learn how to win and learn how to win fast. They learn how to be together and have more attention to detail. One of the things Saleh did wrong was hiring a very inexperienced coaching staff on the offensive side. This year he changed that. And then you add in a quarterback, it's all going to be a lot different. But to go out and say these things about Saleh already now, I don't get it, man. I think I said, everybody's desperate for clicks and views and whatever else. And if this season spirals out of control and you see all these problems, but I think, if anything, I walked away from last night saying, this is a galvanized team. I think I love the passion of all the coaches, Ulbrich, Saleh, and Hackett. I think you walk away impressed. This is the team that you could be proud of, inspired by. I don't walk away saying there's a power issue here that Rodgers has too much say. To be honest, I'm glad Rodgers is this involved. He's this invested. He wants to win badly. You could see it. That's the energy you want. Because it trickles down. When you see Aaron Rodgers like that, you see Sauce Gardner like that, C.J. Mosley, Garrett Wilson, that's where you go in the locker room or the weight room, wherever else, Everybody wants to do more work. They want to do more film study. It's a great mindset to have. So these takes on Saleh today, man, are just terrible. To question him now at just the first preseason game and one show of Hard Knocks, give me a break, man.